What is up, everybody out there on YouTube? Back to you again with another video. I've been meaning to do this video about a month ago about the earth being flat. Been talks about the earth not being round, not being a sphere. It's actually a flat earth. There's countless of videos out there on YouTube. I mean, hour-long, 30, 45-minute long videos explaining into detail with some good factual information on why people believe that the earth is actually flat. Even went far as, you know, some guys saying in the Bible actually talk about the earth being flat. So came across this video that was kind of short. It wasn't real long. It wasn't 30 minutes long. It's only about 5 minutes. And he had some really good information why he believed the earth is flat. So I wanted to watch it with you guys. Get your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you believe the world or the earth is flat, or is it round, or what do you believe? So what they're saying is that the earth is flat and don't move. So we're just sitting still on a still flat earth, flat surface earth. So let's get to it. Let's take a look at this video. I'll leave the link to the original video in the description, of course, so you guys can go and watch it if you know you want to go and watch it. If you want to go and watch it on your own, so I'll do that. So this guy actually believed that the earth is flat, so he's going to detail on why. So let's take a look at the video. So let's do it.
Water, when unmanipulated, is to find its level. So whether you look at a cup of water, a bathtub, a swimming pool, a lake, or the ocean, it's flat. Of course, natural motion is not considered and doesn't equal a curve.
Okay.
We have 0 authentic pictures of the Earth, and they're all composites, and NASA even admits that they Photoshop Earth images.
It is Photoshopped, but it has to be.
On numerous occasions, NASA admits that we can't go beyond low Earth orbit, which is between 99 miles and 1,200 miles away. The interesting thing is that the moon is said to be 238,000 miles away, which is a difference of 236,800 miles. No matter if you're on the ground, on top of a building, a mountain, a hot air balloon, an airplane, or looking at high-altitude amateur balloon footage, the horizon never fails to rise right to your eyes.
And as you can see in
whether you are looking at Toronto's skyline from Niagara on the lake, 31 miles away, Chicago's skyline from Union Pier, 43 miles away, or even Oahu from Kauai, which is up to 108 miles away from center to center, or 73 miles away from the closest points. You will not see any curvature where it's supposed to be. According to the Pythagorean theorem, which states that the curvature of the Earth is 8 inches per mile squared, Oahu should not be visible whatsoever, but you can see the whole thing. In 1887, Albert Michelson and Edward Morley conducted what's known as the Michelson-Morley experiment. This experiment was attempting to prove the speculated motion of the Earth around the Sun, and when it failed, Albert Einstein was forced to form the theory of relativity to overcome this problem. In fact, anytime mainstream science is faced with undesirable results, they create a workaround, which isn't real science at all.
Apparently not.
The Sun is claimed to be 93 million miles away, with a radius of over 400,000 miles, but can easily be proven to be much closer and smaller by tracing the crepuscular rays back to its origin in the sky.
Crepuscular rays?
If the Sun were indeed 93 million miles away, it would simply be impossible to have angled sun rays, as they should all consistently come in straight.
I don't know about that, but
according to the globular theory, a lunar eclipse occurs when the Sun, Earth, and Moon are in a direct line. But it is on record that since about the 15th century, over 50 eclipses have occurred while both the Sun and Moon are visible above the horizon. F.H. Cook, The Terrestrial Plane. It's a common misconception that the shadow of the Earth causes moon phases. Even the pastors and priests of the science religion readily admit this fact. The interesting thing about moon phases is that they are always the exact same 8 phases repeated. But if we were circling around the Sun, these 8 phases would inevitably be reversed from the summer to winter seasons. I completely understand that the idea of a flattened stationary Earth seems ridiculous in many ways, but that's only because we are taught the false globe model from the very first time that we enter a school classroom. Not to mention the first time we are introduced to the concept of a flat Earth, it's depicted as a highly laughable world where ships, boats, and water would run off of the edge. So I do get it, but it's all part of the deception. I've spent 30 years of my life believing that we were on a spinning globe. It wasn't until I unbiasedly and scientifically investigated the flat earth claims that I started to realize that there is more to this theory than I originally gave it credit for.
Okay.
Now, after almost 2 years of research, I'm certain that the earth is flat. We are told that the earth spins at 1,040 miles per hour, while the earth travels around the sun at 66,000 miles per hour. Meanwhile, the whole solar system is going inside the Milky Way galaxy at a speed of 490,000 miles per hour. And finally, the entire Milky Way galaxy is darting through infinite space at over 1 million miles per hour. Most people believe this, and yet every experiment ever conducted to prove even the simple spin of the Earth has failed.
What?
The same thing goes for curvature. It's never been proven, and the only time we see it is in movies, NASA CGI, or when we're looking through a distorted fisheye lens. With all that said, please continue to research critically and don't be afraid to ask reasonable questions and speak out.
All right, now, I mean, I understand all that. All that is really good information about why he believed that the earth is flat. But if the earth was flat and we were on this, let's say, flat earth, let's say this is the earth, because they still say that the earth is circle, but it's just indeed flat. It's not round or a sphere, right? So, like, what about airplanes? Like, why wouldn't the airplane, like, fly to the edge? Why airplane can't get to the edge of the earth? It can fly around the whole world, so why couldn't it reach the edge if the earth was flat? And if the earth wasn't spinning, how would we get day and night? How would we get 365 days a year? Like, we taught that the earth is orbiting around the sun, or the sun is orbiting around the earth, whichever way it goes, right? And it rotates, and as it rotates, it orbits. So the rotation of the earth gives us 24 hours a day, you know, day and night, summer, winter, fall, spring, right? And as it gets around 365 days in a year, I don't know, man, but why? My question is, why would they teach us for all these years when you grow up in school and you coming up that the earth is round? For what reason? If the earth was indeed flat, why we don't got pictures? Like, all this technology, all this billions and billions of dollars that, you know, NASA has and the country has, whatever, or spends anyway, why we don't have real images of earth? Now, that is a fact. All these images that we have are pretty much photoshopped, and they were done digitally by a computer or something like that. Even from the beginning of time, you know, no one has an actual real picture. I thought that we had satellites out in space that can take a picture of Earth, you know, the moon, you know, Mars, and all these other planets and stuff. So I don't understand it, but it's very, very, very interesting. So this is a topic of discussion that came up, you know what I'm saying, numerous times before I was able to put a video out about it. So I decided to do it today. So it came up again with Kyrie, you know, for some reason when Kyrie thought that the earth was flat, you know, it started trending on Twitter and everything like that. And everybody was talking, oh my God, Kyrie thinks the earth is flat. So, you know, so it came up again. And then we had LeBron asking Kyrie what he think, you know, in front of the media, and it was this big old thing.
Kyrie, the earth is flat, right?
Yeah.
So,
let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Do you think the earth is round, flat, circular, or, you know, you think it's a flat square? You think it's a sphere, is round? What do you think? Do you think the earth is flat, or is it round, or is it the same as we've been taught for all these years? Let me know in the comment section what you believe. Like, comment, always positive comments, and until next time, see you in the next video.